Today I'm going to simulate my own 1984 scenarios. It's going to be just like 1984. Remember that 1984 was a novel by George Orwell. A lot of people were forced to read it in high school. And the fictional world is thought of to look something like this. The novel, of course, taking place in London, which is actually the United Oceania States. But there's also the Eurasian Union and the People's Federation of East Asia. It's supposed to be like this everlasting war that's happening here. But I'm going to be generating my own 1984 scenario in Colony Sim IO. So I'm going to randomly spawn 3 colonies somewhere on the map and see what happens. So we have one in Siberia, one in South Africa, and one in North America. This is going to be a really well-divided map. Immediately, Africa starts pushing through the Russians, the de facto Russians. There's also a huge battle in the continent of Australia. Wait a second, is the North Americans actually peaceful with the South Americans? Did they randomly spawn with like similar ideologies? I don't think so. There's no alliances from any of the 3 major factions. Oh wait, now it's popped up. There is a weird alliance going on. Or is it actually done? Because now they're actually pushing forward into South America. Yellow is actually in a lot of trouble. The nation that spawned in South Africa, they do not have enough front lines here to protect in Brazil. This is where a lot of chaos is happening from Pakistan all the way up to northern Russia. Seems like the front here in South America has actually stopped. Now watch as the boats get close because there's going to be a secret invasion. It might happen right now. I think red is getting dangerously close to the coastline. Oh, nope, they got stopped instantly. I think there's actually a separate alliance between green and red because they should be pushing into Alaska, but they're not. Okay, finally the island of Hispaniola has been conquered. Now will this faction break if they do take out the yellow team? Because brown and brown shows that they are actually on a team. Look at the front line map mode showing all the chaos that's happening. It's really only in 3 parts of the globe. And of course the front lines are also going to represent where all the troop flow is going into. Can't even imagine how many troops are being lost. There was a little mini invasion in Saudi Arabia. Did you see that? Naval invasions don't always guarantee that there is going to be success because I see like small naval invasions and then they just get pushed out. But that will be how this whole thing ends usually. Yellow's actually getting a little bit closer to conquering all of Australia. It looks like red is almost getting kicked out of all of South America too. How is yellow so powerful? They're fighting 2 different fronts. Oh, something weird going on there. Whoa, okay, something strange is happening. Yellow might be running out of troops. Ooh, they almost made a good invasion in Morocco. Oh, it's happening. Okay, it's over. Yellow is going to collapse. Now, does the alliance stay with red? Obviously, this won't be exactly like 1984 because clearly one of the sides is going to be going down. Yellow might kind of survive here in Australia for a little bit. And here they go, getting kicked out of all of the Eastern Hemisphere. Look at all the random boats out this way. They're sending out so much. So this 1984 ended with only 2 nations. Now, in some depictions of this novel, they actually have a 4th nation or a disputed territory. We're not exactly sure what goes on here, if these people are free or if we just don't know where the borders lie between these 2. But let's go ahead and create a 4th nation for our colony sim. This time I'll be spawning 4 random colonies. So we have one starting in North Africa, one in Spain, one in the middle of Siberia, and then one that's probably going to get all of North America. So this is going to be very interesting because it might be a bit more, well, the ones in the middle I think are going to be kind of screwed. We'll see on how fast they can get boats out to maybe grab Australia or South America. If blue can manage to get to South America before green gets all the way through Central America, then maybe green is taking an awfully long time. Okay, they're going to get all of Greenland. That's the European faction. Blue's having a tough time against red as they're getting pushed out of the Middle East. Oh, blue did somehow make it just barely to South America, but green did too. Oh, wow, pink is here as well. It's going to be the divided continent right here. They're going to go straight on down. There's actually, I think, some peace going on for a second. Red clearly seems to be the most powerful over here. Blue is still squeezing down, but oh man, green, the North American team, decided to attack, not letting blue get any more. Oh, they weren't ready for this at all. They're literally just going to push out blue from South America. They might even push out pink. Pink is losing a big war in Russia and in modern day Finland. Blue also got to Australia, which blue really needs. Look at New Zealand that's divided. Big war happening here in Greenland, but I think pink is already screwed. The European faction just, they needed more than this. Africa's in Greece and the southern part of Italy. Hey, pink somehow stole away Cuba at least. Blue got lucky because they're actually fighting along the Suez Canal, which keeps the front line very small. They are trying little attempts to invade the Arabian Peninsula though. Never seen an Oceania so divided. It's weird because Oceania is also in 1984. I just mean the continents of Australia, New Zealand, yeah. Oh, wow. Pink is going down and so is blue. They finally landed an invasion into Ethiopia and then, wow, blue was not prepared for that at all. Pink actually might somehow outlive blue. I think blue can maybe like survive in Madagascar while pink is surviving in Iceland. Oh, 2 of them had formed alliances. Obviously the alliance that lost though, yeah, so they'd all have formed alliances. Love the population numbers that we can get and like where a lot of the people are coming from. You can also see a line graph up here showing you as it's like continue to increase peace. Again, in 1984 that ends with 2 empires. I think we need a nice odd number since you're forming teams now. So we have 5 nations, 2 of them of which have spawned right next to each other. That's kind of unfortunate. We have one from the biggest island in Canada. There's gonna be a race for all of North America. These guys in the pink, usually the nation in pink or the one in the middle usually don't tend to do that good. Doesn't have anything to do with the color. I'm just saying the ones in the middle don't tend to do that great. Although you can see boats that go north will pop up in the south. So like this isn't just a completely flat map. Oh, green is like wiping up the Alaskan civilization. Wow, pink actually might do really good here because they managed to get to South America really early on. Oh, and then Alaska actually got to Siberia here in the corner. Orange really needed this. They found Australia first, and they're actually going to pick up all of that. Purple's getting a lot of Indonesia. Purple needs that to be able to take on pink, I think. Green somehow like hopped over pink and got like the southern tip of Argentina and Chile. Blue's definitely going to be the first civ that we lose. Although they're surviving like New Zealand and Papua New Guinea, I actually think that the middle country has a chance here, especially because they have an alliance with green. This alliance is the Global Prosperity International, and that's the only alliance in the world. Everyone else has none. Blue's been kicked out of North America, and it looks like purple's going down. They're just, yeah, this is a tough fight. Pink making a little invasion into Persia, but that's not enough. Wait, when did green get to China? What happened here? Green and orange have an alliance, so they're not battling each other. And because we have alliances taking place here, wow, everyone is pretty much in this alliance, and then these guys are just trying to survive. That's just evil, guys. How'd you get like all 3? Okay, green actually got pushed out of China. Oh man, they landed in Southeast Asia, and now green is, yeah, there's no front lines over there. There are some troops that are trying to keep green out. Oh, this is weird. It's looking like some like water waves are happening or something. Does this actually mean that green kind of wins? They actually look stronger because they did this. Finally, a real 1984 scenario because we have 3 alliances. Clearly, these guys have got to be the weakest. They have like the unpopulated areas of Siberia. They do have the Korean Peninsula and Japan, and then Australia. There's like really no population in orange. Green has a huge amount with all of China, all of India. Gotta think green is probably the strongest in this 1984 scenario. I like that this game just created our own thing for us. I didn't even have to force that to happen. Okay, so I can pretty much just generate as many random colonies as I want, and they will make my own 1984. I've got 8 nations this time, and they're actually all starting off in the Eastern Hemisphere. Look at that. So it looks like these guys will have a huge advantage. They're starting off in like Western Sahara. Oh, there's gonna be a huge battle. So there is an Australian nation. This is literally Byzantium. With the purple, you cannot tell me it's not Byzantium. They're even getting the Italian peninsula. This one is gonna get messy. So Australia has made it to Papua New Guinea. They're probably gonna get a little bit of Indonesia. There have been some alliances that have formed. Okay, so I think that this beige nation can really take up and be the strongest nation if no one else gets to South America. They can take all of the Western Hemisphere. They're also getting Greenland. Not all of it though. Wow, I really want to root for Byzantium, but I mean, they're in a lot of trouble. Blue, who's like got control of most of Africa, is definitely going to cause a lot of trouble. Dark green getting Uruguay down here. Is that dark green or what is that? They're like migrating. They're going to get pushed out. I think that's actually the Nordic nation up this way. The strongest country for sure is the nation that started off in Western Sahara. Byzantium has gotten at least 1 alliance, I think, for now. No, maybe 2 actually. There's actually 3 major factions that have formed. So that's why I like to spawn more nations, because at the end of the day, this is what the 1984 map's going to look like. This one's going to be a weird one. I'd give the advantage to purple though. Byzantium is like the disputed territory in this 1984. Wait a second. With this team, I think purple's going to be okay. Both civilizations on both sides are being cool with them somehow. Oh, yep, it's over. Orange or whatever, not orange. Light blue is going to get kicked out of Africa. The Nordic nation is also done. Just like that, a perfect Eastern Roman Empire. Not perfect exactly. Oh, they're going to get a little bit of Russia too, or a lot of Russia. They're actually cleaning up all this. Always forget to look at the population map, but it's really cool because you can see like how many people have died usually. This was such a like brutal battleground for this world. Okay, 1984 with actual 4 nations. I'll take that. Let's try 25 civilizations all across the world. Let's see. I'm sure that we will have a nice peaceful map at the end, but in the meantime, it's going to be chaos, especially because why is no one popping up in South America? It's always somewhere like randomly up here. I don't even know who's going to die first, to be honest. We also need to keep in mind all the alliances that are going to form. There's at least 1 alliance so far. Anarcho-traditionalism. That's not the alliance. That's just their weird political ideology. Anarcho-centrism. They just trying to grill. Purple looking really strong with India, China, and a lot of I almost called them Alaska. Australia. Quite the colorful map we have here. There looks like, oh, there's only 1 alliance so far in South America. There's a South American alliance. Oh, actually, there might be another one. But orange is going to defeat these guys. There's also an alliance in Europe between green and blue. Like this nation with Japan, Korea, and then Papua New Guinea. They also have Taiwan too. This dark blue Egypt is definitely going down. Look at all the boats out here in the ocean. This other blue country in Europe might be falling to the de facto Russia. And And there goes Korea and Japan. Let's go ahead and change the alliance map mode to really see what this world actually looks like. So with 25 nations, this is actually what the world looks like, because this includes the alliances. Oh, we have an alliance here. Wait, these guys aren't in an alliance. They're actually just like peaceful for now. So are these guys. They're just not attacking each other. Maybe their ideologies aren't super radically against each other. This purple one is really powerful. There's also little invasions happening in Newfoundland by purple. What the heck happened over here in Alaska? All the colors change when I switch back to the political map mode, which there might be enough nations still left on this map where we should stay on it, because there's probably going to be new wars declared still. So one nation getting wiped out here, Europe getting cleaned up. Oh, there's the war in South America. It did finally happen. Purple says they're just it's time to get rid of them. So Brazil, basically de facto Brazil is gone. Purple's going to take control over this continent, and they're probably going to fight North America very soon. This really does feel like a game of Civilization just on fast forward. Oh, the purple alliance might be a little bit too dominant now. There might be a lot of colors over here, but purple has all of the Eastern Hemisphere. They've all teamed up. Light green is trying to take out dark green, who got a lot of Greenland. That's funny. Oh, purple's landed in California, but they got pushed out. Trying again in northern western Canada. I guess this is our 1984 map. It's just really one-sided. Oh wait, oh my goodness, reverse card. No way. No way. Are they gonna take out? What? They're still going. Okay, wait, okay, this is it. Okay. I was gonna say, there's no way. I've never seen that. Okay, but while there was a distraction, they did take a large part of it's chaos. I don't even know how to keep up with it. I thought for a second their light green was gonna run away with the victory. Ooh, they're getting pushed out. It's not over yet. They are gonna take out dark green, so there are 2 alliances left, but man, these boats, oh, those boats, there's too many purple boats out there. Light green did monopolize all of America, but I mean, all of the different invasions, the naval invasions, they couldn't keep up. Hey, dark green is still going though. They're trying their best in the deep south. That was completely chaos. Dark green just exists in Iceland. This war is actually still going on. Purple continues to make little naval invasions, but they actually get stopped. I don't know how green is still doing this. It actually might not just be green. This is the alliance map mode. Oh, the political map mode is actually way more complicated. There's way more nations involved when you look at it like this. I can't even keep up with this. Still, somehow, the light green team is still battling on. It probably helps that it's not one nation, so they all can individually fight. Why was this like the craziest sim of the whole video? It does help when there's more nations in one team, I think. Has one crazy frontline map mode. It's just like random stripes everywhere. Hey, there's actually like random things happening in Iberia. They're trying to like do a reverse attack. It's really light brown that's like holding up the team. They're here in the East Coast and in Greenland. Oh, I think it's over because they lost Alaska. Yep, and now they're losing Canada. That was crazy. And big thank you to my patrons. Drew's Goth Girlfriend. Triv44, aka Drew, come to Krakow, Poland next vacation. Wicked Hamster. Drew's Argentinian Grandpa. $20 is a lot, Drew. Base Celine. B. Wild. Brighton is Carmel the best. DJ McSkillet. Orton 5610. Patrick. Robert E. Rye the Polish Lithuanian the Mexican 760. Viotic. And Zany Boy